Yo. How you doing? Yeah? Did you make any money on that little dip at the end of the day? Oh. Like that final little tiny little dildo up before close? Hmm. Wow. Oh, Jesus, dude. Well, could be worse, I guess. Hmm. Hmm. Well, yeah, that's cool. I've just been fucking a Pong. Hmm. I'm seeing some names I don't recognize in the Discord audience. Maybe they have questions. Maybe it's just the PFPs I don't recognize. P Kamino 2000? Or is that Kamino? Never seen that one before. Hello, P Kamino 2000. I hope you're doing well. I hope all your questions get answered tonight. And I hope by the end of this whole session, you are feeling very adept at the usage of the Gammastrike service. I don't know. I feel like maybe these people are around, but like I just don't ever really see them because they're not the vocal minority in the SPX chat. Is JFresh coming on? Complete Fate. I've never seen Complete Fate before. That's a fun one. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm calling you guys out and you don't appreciate it. It's interesting, right? Do you want me to point out more people that I see in here that I don't see around? Yeah, I mean, well, I think. Yeah, I feel like they probably chat in other places or something. I just don't see him. Who else saw the Battlefield 6 reveal today? It's looking pretty good. And I'm allowed to say now that I have been a playtester for their like alpha testing and stuff, and it's been fun. So yeah, and this playtest is actually it was a lot larger scale than the playtests that I was doing. So it was cool to see it all together like that. Yeah, I'm excited. They're having their open beta soon, and I'm going to be definitely playing that since I already have like the beta software. So I just fired up and play. But that's going to be on the 5th, I believe, or no, the 7th. So that'll be fun. I think they did some drops for early access, but I think anybody can do the open beta. But I totally forget how you sign up. I just saw that I didn't have to do shit, and so I was like, sweet. But yeah, pretty sweet game. I'm kind of excited. I'm hoping that it turns out as good as it looks. The gameplay looked really fun. Ooh, there's one I haven't seen before too. Majestic Moose. Hi, Majestic Moose. I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're having a lovely night. Maybe it's the PFP again.
Can you hear me? I was fucking muted. Yeah. Awesome.
Why, were you talking hella shit about Battlefield?
No.
I mean, I would understand it because 2042 is an abject failure, and a lot of people didn't like Battlefield 5. So.
I didn't play any of the Battlefield games.
They're pretty fun. They're like kind of sandboxy, so you just kind of run around and fuck around, and still have a pretty good time.
I've seen them.
Different limes making fun of me. I'm tapping on the lobster tank.
Just not my, Who's JFresh?
I don't know. I don't know where he is.
Where's JFresh? Where are the questions? What's going on here? You know, he probably is stuck at a drive-thru.
I'm messaging our resident no man. I'm having some Robert Mondavi Reserve from 2023. It's pretty good. It's a Merlot. Smells good. Smells like wine.
It's got a 4.6 out of 5 stars.
Who? Bob Vance? Vance Refrigeration?
No, Robert Mondavi 2023 Merlot.
Oh, yeah, it was 20% off, so I got 2 bottles of it. I was like, I'll have one now and hold on to one, because it's probably pretty nice. We have a question, Gherk.
They always put the nicest... They always put the nicest wines on sale.
I know, right? Well, yeah. We got a question.
I'm getting it. It's Tom. I know.
We have a question, Gherk.
I know. I said it. I accepted his thing. Shut the fuck up. What's up, Tom? Not you. Just Dork. Dork's being a shithead.
Nothing much. I got a quick question. So I don't know if you guys went over this, but like today on the RTD, the live data, I think I saw the gamma went up really high around 50, so I expected that to be like the final place that they would defend. But we just kept drilling down right after that. So I was thinking, like, is there something you look for? Is it just like momentum going down?
Yes.
Confirm that, hey, we're just gonna break 50, or is there something else on the chart that I'm not seeing that?
The IV, I think, was the big indicator there because, like, IV, when we first tested 50, IV was just rocketing. And then also the second time we fell to 50, like IV on out of the money shit was rocketing. So it was just a lot of bot puts coming in. I think on stream I mentioned that there were a lot of bot puts like below 6350, like 6325, 6330. And yeah, so just watching the volume on puts down there and the effect that that volume has on implied volatility. We're actually adding a new feature soon, TM. But you guys are going to be getting access to like a cooler, kind of a cooler. Hold on, let me share this on here too.
You're talking about the IV line on the right, right, of the gamma chart?
Yeah, yeah. Well, no, the right chart's volume down here.
Yeah.
The little green line that pops up. It's flat right now because the market's closed, but yeah, that line.
Okay, okay.
But I'm gonna show you something cool because we're changing shit around.
We are.
Sometimes it moves really quick, and then it's hard to catch that the IV went up, and then at the next second, the IV just comes right back down. So it's like, do I expect that to continue going up, or?
No, I mean, towards the end of the day today, Ivy was just like massively skewed to the downside. So it wasn't just like it was going up at one strike and coming down. It was just fucked like across all the strikes. Like it was just like spot was like here and then Ivy was like this.
Oh, okay, okay, I see what you mean.
So I mean that's like a very significant difference in like out of the money implied volatility. So it means that the market maker is assuming that the price is going to continue to drop in that instance, and they are pricing out of the money contracts as if they are much closer to spot than they actually are. Right? So they've raised the prices of the out of the money contract.
Okay, that makes sense. All right.
And yeah, here not only will you be able to see that better with the new live data page, but you'll also be able to see the put and call premium over whatever time period you set. See?
So cool.
It's so fucking cool. And then that way you can, determine what's going on. Like you can look and see put premium coming in. You can see in what time frame that put premiums like the growth in that put premiums aggregating, and then you can also check the implied volatility, and so that should give you like additional tools to look at that. And this is our next step of like big step of development for live data since getting the pipelines fleshed out.
Nice. I'll be looking forward to that.
But hopefully that helps you spot that kind of thing more readily. I mean, and that's if you're listening to me, I try to do that for you guys.
Yeah, usually you point it out, so then I can see. Otherwise, it's hard for me to like tell sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, so like I generally have like the window of Gammastrike I'm streaming to you guys, and then like a window of Gammastrike open on my other monitor. And I'm usually like moving between like the volume and the IV on a strike, like back and forth, and looking at what that change in implied volatility is, and I'm looking at it over time, like over like 4 or 5 minutes. Is the vol at this strike going up, or is it going down? And you have to remember, you also have to factor in that volatility is always just slightly rising into close, at which point the increase in volatility becomes like exponential. So like the last second a contract is open, the implied volatility on it's like absurd. But yeah, I mean, it helps. It definitely helps to look at like the skew of the IV. and kind of how it's positioned. And we might actually add more strikes so you can see the kind of the smirk a little better.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that definitely will help.
Love me some smirk.
Yeah, thanks. That was
Yeah.
a really helpful explanation.
No problem. Any other questions?
I had one, but I can't think of it right now. I'll come back if I think of it. Thank you.
All right.
Always feel free to raise your hand.
I'll talk to you later,
Yeah,
Tom.
See ya.
Yeah,
Have a
thank
good
you.
one, bro.
Thank you.
Whew. Starting off strong with a question.
Yeah,
Answered it.
I liked it.
Holy cow. You know what bums me out about JFresh not being here is I know he has some really witty quips about Apple and what's its nuts earnings.
About how they were bad.
Amazon. Yeah.
They were bad.
You know he's got witty quips on him.
Oh, we got another question.
Ooga.
Hey guys.
What's up, Cheesy?
How you guys doing? Not much. So I kind of took screenshots of charts I was looking at, like I was using exposure scanner, ooh, haha, and like just other things, just to explore different tickers. And I mean, some of them you guys talked about, but I guess I had questions about looking at how to interpret like delta or gamma when there's like, yeah, can you turn that? Yeah, so like say if we're at spot and I'm looking at gamma, we're here. I'm gonna copy a screenshot.
Okay, yeah, share it.
Let's put it in the chat. So, like spots at 13, and you know, I'm thinking like support. Well, the question in the screenshot is how, like, you see how like gamma and delta. Well, gamma in this example, like it goes negative and then back to positive.
Mm-hmm.
Like like the puts. Like how does that affect it? Because I know you said like, at least for gamma to go from like one strike or price to another, like if one's like really high value and another one's completely flat, like it doesn't want to go there, kind of thing. But like if it's like even negative like that, like how would you interpret that?
I mean, so on the gamma side of this, I would say that if price, was able to get above 14 here, it would probably get hung up at 15. Like it's not that it would stay there forever, but it's very difficult for it to get above 15 out to 16. And far easier for it to pull back from 15 into 14.
Yeah, so and say if the puts weren't there in the gamma 15, like, well, them being there, does it make it even harder or slightly easier?
Like the puts being at 15? Or you mean on the delta side?
So it's at 13 right now. Like, say if it was 14 approaching 15, would it make it harder or easier?
It would be, well, it's still hard to get over 14 because there's so much, like, it's the most gamma on the chain.
Yeah.
But like 15 is like price action's just gonna kind of get stalled out there, both on the downside, like, or both Well, yeah, I mean, both on the downside because, 14 is going to be supportive. So, like, price will more than likely slide back towards 14 on the 15 test. But 14 is going to be supportive. So it's probably, like, not going to test 14. It's going to slide back to, like, 1450 or something like that. And then you see if you get like more leverage or people start piling into the upside, and that might push it back out to 15, at which point like gamma at 15 might be like starting to turn positive. And then if gamma starts to turn positive at 15, its path out to 16 becomes easier.
So right, so since it's negative now, it has to go even more to get to 16 than if it was flat completely, right?
Yeah, well, because the market maker's dumping their delta hedge at 15, and if they're dumping that hedge, that they're gonna like it's gonna trend back down, and then you have this huge pile of gamma at 14 that it's very likely to trend back down to, right? Because gamma's flipping from a positive strike where they have a lot of exposure to a negative strike where their exposure is opposite what it was on the previous strike. So that's going to cause, it's going to cause the to dump delta, which is going to pull price down. And then as price pulls down, they have to pick up more gamma, right? More positive gamma exposure, and that's going to push price up, and that's where you get the support.
So okay, so the more negative it was, the more resilient 14 would be.
Well, no. The 15 strike?
Yeah.
No. The 14 strike's gonna, if you're above 14, the 14 strike's gonna be supportive. If you're below 14, it's gonna be resistive. So if you're at 15, then the fall back to 14 is gonna be supportive because the is going to pick up delta as price falls below 15. And the closer it gets to 14, the more they're gonna pick up. And then, out to the upside, they're dumping delta as gamma turns negative. So it's very unlikely to get much above 15.
I feel like it could get pinned to 15, right? Like,
yeah. Well, that's basically
around
that's
15 and getting kind of pinned.
That's kind of what happens. Yeah, it's like that's what I said.
All that negative delta, and like what's going to happen is as you approach 15, that put gamma is going to outweigh the call gamma. It's just going to be like super flat and weird. But I do think that.
I mean, basically, what would happen here is if this stock was trading at like $13. Here, let me use a different color actually, because it's hard to see white on this. Yeah, okay. So if this stock's trading at like 13, and you have the 14 and the 15 strike. Basically, what's going to happen is price can go up here. It's probably going to chop around 14, right? And then it can push up to 15. But when it hits 15, like anything above 15, it's going to fall back. And then as it falls, it's going to get supported. And it's probably going to do like a lot of this. And then it'll probably fall back to 14. Unless more interest comes in and turns the gamma at 15 positive. If 15 moves positive, then it can break out up to the 16 test, where it's also likely to fail.
Okay, so then it just pushes back on price more because it's negative or flat, like approaching 16 as well.
Yeah, I don't like thinking about it.
But I think I understand.
Yeah, think of it like a half pipe, and you stand here at 14, and you like drop your skateboard. You get a little skateboard here, and your skateboard drops, right?
Fucking drop in, bro.
and it slides up, but you're not on it, right? So it just slides right back.
If you were
And then over time, it just kind of gets towards the center because it loses momentum. But in this example, as time passes, the half pipe tilts a little bit. So you end up with like a half pipe that's like this after the 15 rejection. And so the skateboard starts sliding up closer to 14, but it can't get there. So it just like kind of ends up chopping here instead. Because 14's got way more gamma than the 16 strike. So it's more heavily like weighted that way.
Alright. Let's see. I have a. So I don't know, maybe it's just like more of the same, but I have this one where it's like, is it that like it's even more so?
I mean, that many puts. What's the? I got a IoT. All right, I'm trying to pop these up on Gammastrike to see. And
That's
like,
another one.
honestly, I'm just mostly trying to be like, are those buy rights or what's going on there? You know, that's my primary thing with these that I'm looking at. IoT, what are you looking at?
This looks like a spread, a big fat spread. The negative delta there actually has a positive effect. If you start falling, like if you like you'd be kind of like falling upwards.
Yeah, it's like a cover bid sort of situation.
Yeah.
Charm is gonna.
Yeah. So anytime spot moves up into negative delta, you run into that cover bid situation, especially when you're in a positive gamma environment. Like pushing up into this negative delta is going to cause the to buy, and then like the gamma at those strikes is negative. So like, you know, basically you just like you would fall, like you would actually probably move very quickly upwards, like squeeze upwards into, you know, the point of which like the 39, I guess that's 39.50.
Are you trying to trade this 0 DTE? Because that's what you're looking at. What it's going to be tomorrow is 0 DTE. Because now, like it's like I think if you're going to be looking at super short dated stuff, I mean, Charm is going to be huge. Definitely want to be looking at some of those other higher order derivatives just to get a better idea of what's happening, like, or what could happen.
These chains are also like kind of empty.
I mean, yeah, but like there's a shit ton of negative charm above us.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, this thing would have to.
Wait, there really isn't. I mean, like the charm, the effect of the charm is like not going to be that impactful until later in the trading day.
Yeah, but yeah, I guess you get the first half of the day where it's.
And it's only like those. It's only those 3 strikes over that $1 range that really like. So I mean, if like bulls push this up to like 39.25, like the effective charm would be very minimal until you got to like the very end of the day. And then if by power hour it hadn't gotten above 39.50, then charm could be a problem. But the delta on the 39.50 strike's almost equivalent to the delta on the 38 strike. So I mean, yeah, I don't think charm's a big deal here. Also, this chain looks real thin, like anemic. So I would say that the effect of charm is probably not super pronounced either.
What are you talking about? This thing, the next expiry has what looks to be close to 7 to 10,000 OI. It's super stacked, bro. No, right. It looks like, I mean, yeah, it looks like there's just a bunch of sold calls on this thing. So I mean, that in one day, if it went up 12% unexpectedly in the second half of the day, this thing could be interesting. But barring that, it's probably like if just we have a humdrum day in the market, it's probably just gonna sit here.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Really looking at, I didn't even, I don't charm. I wasn't even thinking about. You guys mentioned that right away about it. But I guess it looked different to me from a lot of other charts where it was like there was a lot of puts in front of spot, and then it slightly goes positive again. And I didn't know what those puts would have like.
The first thing I would probably do is look at like the. Yeah, I would look at the direction of the market, and then I would probably look at the IV. And like if IV like on the 10-day, I guess we're rising here, I would assume that like some of those puts out of them like in the money were being sold. Yeah. But it's very rare to run into like big blocks of sold puts on individual equities unless it's like the Mag 7 or something. Because remember, like, from an institutional side, when you're selling puts, like, you're agreeing to buy that shit. Yeah. And most people don't want to buy these stocks. Well, maybe this one. I would have to look deeper at what's going on here. But
so, like, as far as like where price is at, is the puts being there, like, does it make it harder to get to them?
I mean, a little bit, because you have this big pile of delta and gamma at the money that's kind of going to like pin price. It's going to make it hard to move up, or down for that matter. So like the more like delta and gamma you have going into an expiration, like the more like pinned price is going to get, because it makes, like, if you have higher delta, and well, specifically into X-ray, if you have like higher gamma at a strike, it's likely to act as like a very strong support. And so
it'll probably sit close to 38.
Yeah, it's like why everyone hates fucking trading SPX on Fridays, because like the SPXW chain always just has a fuck ton of gamma, and like price action ends up being like real shitty because you get pinned to all the supports and like or pinned to resistances.
So you want it more flat. So like if there's like not huge fluctuations between gamma at a strike, then it's easier overall to cross.
Yeah, no, if gamma's flat, that's like the easiest. So if you run into like sometimes you'll see like you'll have like a big spread in like where the gamma is on the chain, and you'll probably like, I use SPX because it's like very liquid, and so it's the best for these kinds of examples. But you'll run into like something like this, where like and then you have like here, and spots like right here, and it starts to slip. It's really easy for this to just keep going until it hits another pile of gamma. So like once the momentum kicks in, or you have a trend, it's very easy to move either up or down across areas where there's very little interest.
Right. Or if they were all elevated but relatively the same, would that be the same kind of?
Yeah, that's also, well, it's also, yeah, because it's also flat. So if you had them all like that, it would also, like, it would also be pretty easy, yeah. Sometimes you'll see, like, this thing that happens on SPX a lot, where, like, bulls try to support a drop, and you'll have, like, the strike at spot, right? And then you'll have the next strike down, and then you'll see this strike, like, move higher, like that. Like, these will be even, and then as price starts to drop, this will start moving up. Mm-hmm. Or, well, moving more negative. And then that's like a good reversal signal because it's like bulls are selling the fuck out of this put.
And like IV would drop, right?
Yeah, you would see IV drop. You'd generally see put volume increase, and then like price will start to like chop a lot. Like it'll bounce like this, and then like if they get clear of this strike, then they'll sell the fuck out of that, and then price bounce. Then you get a bounce. So tentatively, they start selling the out of the money strike. Then they'll start selling the in the money, like the at the money strike. And then as price pushes up, they'll start to sell the out of the money strike. And this is like how big players like manipulate spot price.
I think that might be it for me.
All right.
Actually, if you could look at the so like the term structure on the volatility page. I mean, I guess the smile I've seen before, like with live data or
Yeah.
Yeah.
So your smile on your surface is this, right?
Yeah.
So it's that edge. Your this is like, so your term structure is your strike, which is spot, over time. So going
okay.
Let me draw that. It's going like this way.
So where it's really the higher values on the structure at that
Yeah, like all the way out there, the highest IV, because that's the longest to expiration. Yeah. And then near term, you're seeing this for tomorrow, because I mean, like I can zoom in on this and you can see it. It's not a very big spike, but you see that like little, see that right here? That's what you're seeing here.
Okay.
And what that is that's event vol, because we have big data tomorrow. We have unemployment and NFP in the morning. So you're getting like a spike in event volatility, but then like after that, there's like no increased expectations at this price on the surf, like at this strike. Like volatility gets very flat over the next couple of weeks, like out into OPEX before it starts to pick up again. But like if you change that, right? Like if you move your strikes down, volatility starts to get a lot higher because you have this slope here. Or if you move up, same deal. Like vol near spot will go up because that's your smile. So you're up, you're moving up here and then looking forward over time.
Okay, and so I guess like on a stock that doesn't have as many expirations, I guess I don't know. I'd have to think of it completely differently, or never mind. I said that. No, I think that might be it for me. Like for now, but that helps.
Yeah, I hope it helped.
Oh, the other last question was, I know you guys showed the like you're gonna change the Greek by strike page
Mm,
to
this
I
one?
guess show like the delta and the gamma and all that, but with the dates.
Yeah, so by expiration. So right now I put that in Pickles Picks. It's out to the beta users currently and getting tested, but those are going to get folded into one element. But yeah, this shows you like the amount of gamma and delta on the next expiry, or you can like go back and look at prior expiries as well. And so that way,
yeah, I was wondering like when you expect maybe to push that out, or you don't know.
should be soon. I think they're working right now. It's a little. This one's a little bit of a bitch because we've got to combine it with this. And then you're going to be able to toggle between buy strike or buy expiration.
Yeah, because I feel like I'm always like I'm clicking to see where, you know, all the values coming from a lot. So I thought that was useful for that.
Yeah, no, it's a great way of looking at like a different slice of the options chain. Because and then also like using like volume and seeing like where the volume on the chain is. Like all of the SPXW volume today was just like for today and tomorrow, which is wild.
Yeah, like I like to see the change from like the trade date range to see how it fluctuates for stuff. When I'm looking at the Greeks by strike,
Yeah,
like how they change day to day. Because I don't know, I guess that would kind of show you where's interest being taken away and going to. Or, I don't know. Like I'll also like just look at the contracts, like the furthest one out, because I know, like you said, all expirations, and then you kind of dial it down.
yeah.
So I kind of look at that, or try to.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, because well, a large part of the reason that's like available to you guys is because when you're looking at gamma, like a lot of services, they'll just show you all the gamma on the chain. But gamma's way more impactful here than it is like this gamma is less impactful in the intraday price action than the 0 DTE gamma. And so being able to drill down to like 1, 2, 3 DTE is kind of really important for being able to trade like indexes and stuff where there's just tons of short dated gamma exposure. And yeah, that's also true for like speed, because being a derivative of gamma and charm, because you don't really care about the delta out here that's decaying. You care about the delta here that's decaying. Or, like the delta on the OPEX.
Yeah, but like I use it. See, I don't really do the SPX.
That's fine.
Just because it's kind of too much one shot. But
yeah, no, I mean, but even if you like look at something like NVIDIA, the charm on the OPEX expiration for August is going to impact near-term price far more than looking at all the charm on the chain.
Right, but I usually will like delta, like you'll see where position goes into certain strikes over time. I don't know. To me, it kind of says that participants are putting, well, there's interest out here or whatever, whereas a couple of weeks prior there wasn't. I don't know. So I just kind of take that in. I'm not sure if. I mean, I'll take it like too far into consideration. I'll look at like the week or the of the contract that I'm actually looking at or considering closer to it than the whole thing. But in general, I'll look through all expiration. But all right, I guess that's it. Thanks for your time, guys. Talk to you later.
Thanks, man. Thanks for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thanks for the questions, bud.
No problem. Thanks.
Later, dude. I like like little annotated charts and everything. That's fucking sick.
I know, it's nice.
It makes
Andrachi.
it makes me feel special.
That is
He's
Andre's
Andrachi.
to you, sir.
Andrachi. He's got. I mean, you got
Hey,
Sylvester
Gherk.
Stallone on your fucking PFP. I'm gonna call it something that sounds Italian, bro.
Andrace doesn't sound Italian. Fucking
It's not like
racist.
Versace. Are you kidding me? Isn't Versace Italian or is that
Nevada.
Get out of here.
All right, Gherk, if you can pull up AMD and then go to Greeks by Strike and then click over to the August 15th
I'm already there.
on AMD.
Yeah, are you looking at my screen? I did it when you wrote it in chat.
I'm looking at both screens. I'm looking at both screens here.
No worries.
All right, now. All right, so then go.
What?
So you see how we've got this line right down the middle at 177.5? Yeah.
Okay.
And then the line on the left.
Spot?
Is that spot on the left?
On the
The
right.
one?
Oh, this?
Yeah.
What about it?
What the hell is that?
It's the gamma flip.
Okay. Duh.
it's this. It's this line.
Son of a bitch, I knew it. I knew it.
It should be labeled. I'm not sure why it's not, but we'll get that fixed.
It's the same color, bro. It's obvious, bro. No, yeah, we should label it.
Yeah, it should definitely be labeled. We should probably just put all the fucking lines on here. Put the Greeks and shit.
Yeah, that was my big thing because I'm looking at AMD lately and I've just been wondering what the hell's gonna be going on with it, and so I'm just that was it.
Looks like it's at resistance.
It feels like it too.
That resistance keeps going up, but it does look like it's at resistance.
Surfing the wave, bro. Getting
Yeah.
tubular.
Let's go 180, 187.50. Hey, I went long this shit at like 115. I'm fucking stoked.
I know, dude. I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this, and then I set my reminder, and then it just passed by, and I'm like, what the hell is that for? And here we are.
Lisa Sue Bay.
Yeah. Damn it. Anyway, that was my big thing. I'll come up with something else later.
All right.
Oh, you just wanted to express regret for not being long AMD?
Actually, yes.
I think maybe
It's okay,
out of
bro. It's okay.
purely out of spite, he might want to short it. Which
It's
I would
got me
be
in too much trouble.
I would be very fucking careful. And when I
So
say
called, bro.
and when I say I'd be very careful, I mean I wouldn't do it.
Well, you wouldn't
just gonna-
revenge short this thing?
Just 30-day covered calls at $2 out of the money, right?
I might sell them
Covered.
above. I might sell them
Fucking naked,
like,
bro.
Yeah, you know where I would sell. You know where I would sell calls on this. I would sell the 200 spread,
Nice.
but I would not sell anything else.
Yeah, this looks like it's part of the old excitement. Traders are getting excited again
Yeah.
because
So
we had
what
FOMC and we didn't crash.
What do you mean? We still got tomorrow.
Well, yeah, but I mean, well, are there more earnings tomorrow? That's all I need.
There's
to know.
unemployment and NFP, and if they're not down, the Fed's not cutting in September. Or well, unemployment's not up and NFP is not down. The Fed's not going to cut in
I mean,
September.
if
means
if we're
a
to
bunch
assume
of
that Trump doesn't taco, they're not going to cut rates anyways.
Trump's not tacoing. The fucking tariffs go into effect in like an hour and 49 minutes. You can't
so I
taco
think they're not
again.
going to cut anyways.
Basant's lost all his power ever since the Wall Street Journal article that said Trump just listens to Basant and he's a little bitch. which Trump then immediately responded on Truth Social. I know the economy. I hired Basant. Hear me, Raul.
This The dumbest shit ever.
Oh, God, it's fucking just such idiots. No, so the reciprocal tariffs are going into effect tonight. And the really cool thing about that is we have a bunch of tech companies that are massively overpriced on the perception of a falling dollar. And we have a bunch of Fed cuts priced in because surely J-Pow is going to buckle under the pressure from Trump to cut rates. And so the dollar's been rocketing and tech's been selling off. So even though NVIDIA and Microsoft are like up 20% overnight, QQQ's still down.
It's awesome.
It's like almost like those revenues are going to get a lot worse if the dollar is worth less. And all the companies,
Can't wait.
all the companies that benefit from a high dollar, everyone pulled their money out of. So he needs an Epstein distraction. Nothing's going to work. Yeah, give us the list.
Yeah. I think you said the reason we know he's in it is because he didn't deliver it in like a bound gold book with Trump on it.
I think we knew he was in it when he was like, Epstein who?
Anyway, you guys are awesome.
You too, man.
Thanks,
Later.
man.
Later.
You know we really are awesome, Dork. Look at
I
this.
think so.
You see this thing? It's such a good tool.
I mean, like, honestly, sometimes I open up Gammastrike and I just flip through it and I'm like, holy shit, dude.
Look at all
Like,
the
this
pretty
is a
colors.
thing.
Yeah,
It's pretty. It is beautiful and it works good and feels good on the whole. Like, what more could you ask for from a cool website?
I
They were
mean,
good.
I think the best part is you can put it on your hole.
You can.
Yeah.
On the whole, it feels great.
Yep.
You guys know I forget we do stuff on Thursday. You have to ping me.
I did,
Where?
dude.
I just pinged you.
Oh, I was trying to figure out what RT meant. I thought you meant real-time
Roundtable?
page.
Yeah, no, I was confused about that too, but then I just looked and I was like, he's in the thing. Shit, I'm late.
Hold on. I have to figure out why my entire house is screaming right now.
Is there a fire? Hi, Sabre.
Would you stop mispronouncing people's names intentionally like an 8th grade math teacher?
Hear me now?
What else am I? That's what I'm here for, right? I'm the color commentary.
Test. All right, cool. I'm working. It's working.
What?
What's up, boys?
What
What's
up?
up? How you doing, man?
Nothing. Chilling. So I just wanted to kind of look at Microsoft because it's blown my asshole out more often than not as of late. It does not respect the Greek levels or the gamma or the
Seems-
option chain really much. So I was trying to figure out like the way it's weighting, or like you see how high up above Gamma Max it was. So you'd think Gamma Max wouldn't be a support for it, but somehow, some way, it bounced off of Gamma Max. I don't think it respects the options chain that much. So I was trying to get some insight on, just looking at the chain and looking at the delta and stuff and seeing how there's gaps in between the delta. I would have thought with the positive delta, with people taking profit today, it would traverse across that positive delta, but it seemed to get hiccups at every little gap there, and I don't know like how to interpret the chain anymore for something like this, or like a Max 7 stock, because that little
So,
bit
were
of-
you looking at this on the real-time data?
I was looking at it on real-time data and overnight.
Okay. So on overnight, it looks like it kind of did what you would expect it to. So when you're above gamma max, the total gamma like on the chain is lower than it would be at gamma max, right? So getting anywhere above that, it's going to be very difficult because the amount of change in the market maker hedge is going to be decreasing. So it's kind of like it's kind of like trying to escape from a black hole, right? You have to give more it's like trying to approach the speed of light. You have to give more and more and more gas as you go faster and faster and faster to get that little extra eke up. So that's why you don't ever really see like significant price improvement past gamma max unless gamma max moves up. So why it would bounce off of gamma max is because, well, it's the point of maximum gamma. So at that point, right, that's where you're going to have just a shit ton of delta like flipping back and forth for every dollar. And so you will get a lot of market maker hedge changing, but it's not necessarily going to be some sort of super bearish thing as you approach it, right? If there's a shit ton of bullish positioning at and around gamma max, it's probably just going to find a crap ton of support there. And you have to look at other more esoteric things like the volatility hedge and all that kind of stuff. And this is it's interesting that it's pertinent on such a large stock. But generally, this usually happens on like smaller stocks, and our usual course of action, if we were to look at something like this, which we do, is to go to Greeks by Strike for the information that we want. So, yeah, it is interesting, right, that it found support at gamma max, but is it necessarily shocking that that's where it found support? Not at all. If anything, that would be the natural tendency of things over time. But yeah, I would go to Greeks by Strike to try to find out, okay, there's a shit ton of gamma at 530. All right, now it makes even more sense. There's gamma to the upside too. This thing is pretty much just, it's saddled up real nice where it is. And when it opened, it looks like it opened, let me grab that opening price again. 555.22, go back to Greeks by Strike, 555. Yeah, so 550 was the last little bit of that like crazy positive gamma you see on the chain. So when it opened above there, I'm sure all these big concentrations of gamma at all these $5 increments probably all just piled in even more. And let me check the volume. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So yeah, the informed traders were definitely shorting vol on that breakout of gamma max, but even if they hadn't been and they had been trying to push up, like you would have seen a lot more volume in the money, things like that. And if that was the case, even you would have to see, in order for it to even just like be flat to slightly up from there, you would have had to see a lot of volume on the in the money strikes to try to get that delta, like that delta hedge to change enough.
Okay.
But going past 550 would have been difficult no matter what.
Yeah, I have a question. What's the issue here with that? Because I missed your initial
I was thinking because it was above gamma max, it would not find support at gamma max. It would just keep traversing across all the delta as calls were taking profit, but it found support. I'm trying to figure out, well, not trying to figure out, but just question why gamma max was a support.
What day was gamma max a support?
Today, it was today. So if you look at the real-time data on Microsoft, you'll see exactly what he's talking about.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
Like it just got hung up at that half strike right there, but they're not hedging, so I would think with people taking profit and the market trending down, it would have broken below gamma max, but it just stayed there. So I didn't close out, but we still have tomorrow.
Yeah. That's kind of
I think that came down to the concentrations of gamma 530 and 525.
Yeah, might be delta. Yeah, look at all the delta support.
Yeah, it's
so
all of it.
So were you here earlier when we were talking about like how these okay. So earlier tonight we were kind of talking about how price reacts to these like little saddles where you end up with like positive exposure on the upside and then one strike has negative exposure. This causes price to just get stuck in the middle.
Even with the overall market selling off?
Yeah, I mean, as long as
exposed?
So Microsoft is, yeah, it's very index exposed to QQQ, but remember that like even though QQQ sold off, it doesn't necessarily mean Microsoft is going to. And Microsoft did drop a bit today, but like I mean, this is
hung up somewhere I didn't expect it to get.
This is probably like the third heaviest stock, second or third heaviest stock in QQQ. But like people are probably still buying Microsoft. I mean, they are, right? We know that because like Gamma Max went up a bunch today.
So, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I think the explanation is pretty simple. I mean, Gamma Max is simply the place where you have the most resistance to price action in either direction. And if you look at what Microsoft has been doing for literally the last 3 months, it has been gravitating and getting pushed right to that maximum point. Like people have just been steadily buying it up to that point.
Yeah, I've been sure.
And so then when it popped above it, because, you know, stocks tend to drop below Gamma Max for the reason that you just described, that when it goes that high and literally everybody's in the money, there's only one direction trades can take at that point, which is out. And then that collapses everything. But with Microsoft, people aren't doing that. They're just piling in and sitting on it and piling in and sitting on it. And so I think personally the Microsoft and Meta moves were all just options hedging by market makers. And then sure enough, like once it got into the trading day, it bled down right back to that big support. And you can actually see it in the price, like way above Gamma Max. It dropped. It just absolutely plummeted. And then once it started getting close, it just ground to a halt because of all of that buy pressure. Yeah, so that, I mean, that's basically what it was. So I saw it like right at open. I was just like, I can't believe it's still this high. It's going to 528. That was close. It was off by
534 or something like that.
$3. It went down to 531 something at the low tick.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so that's like the big difference is like if it's a really big stock and people are just been grinding it up against Gamma Max, which has also just been grinding up for a long time, and then there's a big pop like that, I would expect it to return to Gamma Max, not necessarily like plummet below it. Plummeting tends to happen at Gamma neutral. Or, you know, if it's a smaller stock or a meme stock where everybody's leveraged to the tits, at Gamma Max when everybody sells out.
Gotcha. Yeah, it was just interesting thing I saw, and like I've been trying to sell bear calls on it, and it just ruins me every single time because as you can see, yeah, it keeps just grinding up against Gamma Max, and Gamma Max is moving up. They just keep buying calls, and it's been like that since the last earnings. And you'd think there'd be a pullback, but just like this market, it just doesn't. It's ridiculous, but it is what it is.
It's yeah, it is what it is. It's a crazy time.
Yeah, hopefully we get some sell off soonish, but we'll see. Taco.
Yeah, we're now to August 7th. Is that the new deadline? For the next deadline?
No, some are kicking in now. I think it's kind of getting into a case by case basis. Like I think some, like Kirk said, some are kicking in tonight, like in the next hour and a half.
I think the important part is that nobody has any fucking idea what's going on.
Nobody.
Not a soul. Well, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, happy to help, man.
Yeah, speaking of Microsoft and Meta, Microsoft ground down to Gamma Max. Meta opened to Gamma Max and just stayed there all day.
Yeah.
So
Well,
it's
you know,
literally just staying-
neither of those out of the Mag 7, those are definitely the two with like generally the least amount of like options interest. Like if you go back to like 2020 like 4, like Microsoft options interest was not, it's gotten pretty heavy this year, but back then it was a lot lower. And I think Meta's kind of the same deal, just not tons of options interest on it.
Yeah, but it's, I mean, obviously right now it's blowing up. But
Yeah, but I mean, like historically, it's usually pretty low.
50 billion's not nothing, but yeah, compared to however.
Well,
many
like
trillions.
Nvidia or something.
I don't think it's okay to compare everything to Nvidia. That's like, I mean, that chain is very exceptional.
Yeah,
Well-
Nvidia has usually more delta than QQQ.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it has more
they've
delta
started
than
opening
NDX.
up like sell side funds on a bunch of the rest of the Mag 7. So that's driving a lot more options interest and volume into like Meta and Microsoft, because originally it was just Tesla and Nvidia that had like all the sell side funds. But now it's like Microsoft, Meta, still not too many on Apple, which is weird, but I think
when are we getting a Fubo 3x leveraged coverage call ETF? That's when we know it's time to short the market.
That's
I don't
just
know,
that's
Apple
just Atomic's portfolio, man. Why you gotta be like that?
Apple is just the weirdest 30x PE stock ever. They grow like 6% a year.
Okay, Apple
And
has
they
half
just
$1 trillion
never-
in cash, and anytime they miss earnings, they just buy back more stock.
So this is what I was saying, Jay Fresh, the other night. I think the analogy is pretty good. That Apple's options market is the direct analog to the Treasury market.
It's kind of close.
It's the Treasury market
Yeah,
of
Apple's
options.
just like a stable stock.
It is. Stable stock. It literally is. I can't think of a better maintained chain of just the most orderly people. It's like a Japanese subway.
Yeah.
Now, hold on. Are you talking about like a subway that services like trains and transports people around a city in Japan? Or are you talking about a subway sub franchise owned by Japanese people?
The second one.
It's talking about
That's what I thought.
Japanese sandwich artists.
Yes. Yes, I'm talking about yes, a group of very polite people who have a very stable and predictable business on their hands, and all they want to do is be polite and make sandwiches.
Dork
And
buys
where
all his
the-
sushi at his local Subway.
Yes. I shit 7 times a day.
We know.
That's called a tortilla club wrap. That's not sushi. Just because it's in
Listen,
a circle.
In Reno, tuna is tuna, okay?
Yeah.
True,
Well,
yeah.
I mean, it has to be spicy mayo. Regular mayo's just a Subway sandwich.
They
It's
have
not
spicy
sushi.
mayo at Subway. It's called like Chipotle mayo.
Okay, I haven't been to Subway in about 10 years.
Same, but I remember
But now I
Chipotle
know.
mayo.
Now I know where you ate for lunch today.
I didn't eat lunch today. I'm on drugs now. I can't eat anymore.
No. Oh no. What
Yeah.
drugs?
Uh,
Methamphetamine?
No, unfortunately. No, they
What, like MDMA? Ketamine?
just like drugs to fix my sad.
Oh, like
TRT?
Huh?
Like TRT?
No, not
We don't have
TRT.
to-
Like it's supposed to be like a serotonin stimulant
Uh,
kind of thing. Like
SSRI?
no. It's not. It's not an SSRI.
I was like,
Um,
that's pretty gnarly.
Hold on. I'll give you the name of it.
Yeah, SSRIs, you got to be careful with those. Apparently, they interact with all kinds of crazy shit. You're like, oh, I had a pineapple and then I vomited, and they're like, well, are you on SSRIs? You're like, yeah. They're like, oh, that makes sense. I'm like, no, it doesn't. I don't think pineapples actually interact with SSRIs. I was making a joke. I'm not a doctor.
Doctor.
JFresh is a doctor, though, so make sure you take everything he says as medical advice.
No, I'm a real doctor.
Sorry, yeah, take everything he says as genuine structural engineering and or material science advice, and make sure you implement it immediately in your labs and in your designs.
It's,
Knowledge advice.
Venlafaxine.
You're a house of learned doctors.
Yes. The great pedigree.
It's actually a painkiller, but it increases serotonin and norepinephrine. But it's an SNRI, not an SSRI.
Ooh, I think I know.
You should hit up NW about that. I'm pretty sure he does pharmaceutical shit. I forget if it was
Do you
NW.
feel
though.
weird? Is it making you feel weird?
If you snort
No.
it, does it make you feel weird?
No, it just makes me not want to eat
Yeah.
right now. And then also, I just forget to eat because I'm like doing stuff.
You know what would probably help your serotonin and norepinephrine? Skydiving.
And norepinephrine.
Well, yeah, that too, but skydiving.
Going outside.
Just skydiving, dude. Just get the biggest adrenaline rush you've felt in decades.
I'm not jumping out of a fucking airplane.
Yeah.
That's what insurance is for. And plus, I want to find your hidden fucking treasure.
You want to fall out of the sky? Just fly Delta on a Boeing.
Nice. See, Carl says he's not insuring it.
Fuck off, Carl. I'm going to go around you and go straight to Barl on this one.
Barl's not going to insure it. He doesn't know what a plane is.
I will explain it to him.
It's the thing that flies.
Ink his palm.
It's the thing that flies food into his mouth.
Oh, he's insuring the skydiving. not the Delta flight. Yeah, it sucks.
No, I won't go ski. Flying's fine. I'm not going skydiving, and I'm not going skiing because if you have more than $1 million net worth, you just like your chances of dying while skiing go up exponentially.
Well, that just goes to show the type of skiing and the type of personalities of those people who ski with that net worth. I know those people, and they're fucking adrenaline junkies because they have nowhere else to express their insane amounts of testosterone they have because they have money. But what you could do is, here's another thing you could do, because it'll also scare the shit out of you, is just go backpacking, like out in the middle of nowhere, in Deso and fucking everything.
Why am I doing this?
Get your norepinephrine up.
No, I'll just
with a sleepless night that's cold and filled with animals.
Sun my taint on the roof of my building, alright? I already know how to
You have to do it on
this.
the street for the adrenaline, bro. You got to get the rush of like outrunning a homeless person or a gunman going towards Blackstone.
He has to sun his taint in the street?
You think anyone's coming near me if I'm sunning my taint on the street in New York City? That's how you get left alone in the city. No one's going anywhere near somebody who's doing that.
Well, dude, then thanks for giving me the tip. Next time I go to New York, I'll make sure to do that.
I've seen people doing that in Central Park, and there's just everyone gives them a very wide berth.
I kind of want to do that. I feel like
know,
if
me
my net
too.
worth exceeds $10 million, I'm going to go perineum sunning in Central Park on a Saturday, right by the big playground.
Facing away from it, of course.
No.
Ah,
There it is.
straight on the list with Jay Fresh.
Quant meeting.
I like how they're sharing feet.
Right.
Yeah,
they're
that's
interlocking.
you. That's how you support your bros. You
Yeah,
find the
dude, this is-
person.
this
You
is some
find the
bro
person
time.
with like the tightest hamstrings, and you put them in the middle. You gotta feel. That's the only way to tell how tight their hamstrings are.
It's true, bro. Operation.
I don't think I've ever had a ray of sunshine hit my taint.
It's only gay if you put your penis in their butt.
That's the only rule.
On purpose.
Or if you look at their nipples
Yeah.
for more than 3 seconds.
Why would you ever look at another dude's nipples?
That's
Weirdo.
that's you, because you're gay.
This is just you. This is a you thing. Gay people are looking
I'm
at
sorry. I
each
just
other's fucking nipples.
I see a nipple. I have to know everything about it. I have to know.
Yeah, I
hi,
draw
what's
the
your
line
name?
of putting my penis in another man's butt. I'm not looking at their nipples.
So, babe,
Oh.
yeah, this just sounds like baby farms.
It does.
Yeah.
Are there any questions?
Yeah, does anybody care about the options or making money in the market? Feel free to ask questions.
Complete Fate was popping off for a second on some whatever stuff going on. I wonder if they have a question. They had a question about Vana hedging and whether we're taking into account, and I was like, "There's no Vana on RTD."
There is.
But
We have fucking Vana.
well, yeah, we got this.
We have Vana exposure.
Yeah.
But that does factor in time to expiry.
And it factors in everything. It's
Yeah.
Vana.
I thought I responded to that. You know, that was probably when I was muted.
Probably.
Does the bidet have soap? No, I don't have a Japanese bidet. I wish I did.
Nope.
Yeah, they've got like a cleaning solution, and then they like sprays your butt with a cleaning solution that's lightly scented, and then it sprays your butt with water, and then it dries your butt.
All in one?
Yeah,
I just took hand soap and was just
uses AI laser targeting.
We are just about at the lowest historical volatility on SPXW.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
we just
gonna look back.
the
Start with the
market
data.
the market just like ripped and tanked, and we're just flat over the last 2 days. Real intraday realized vol is quite high.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. Everyone's chasing the yields, bro. You know, got to collect that.
We
50
crammed
bips
too
a
much
day.
data into dev. It sucks now.
Do you think the market will have anything like the reaction to tariffs that it had the first time? No, but it'll have a reaction to the effect of tariffs when they're realized.
I haven't been able to load dev all day.
Really?
What? That's a you problem. I've been doing. Are you talking about the website?
I got it to load
Yeah.
a couple times.
Oh yeah. We should yell at the Lord Nukertons about that. It's probably running out of RAM or something. Yeah, maybe it's running out of RAM.
You mean Vunky?
I don't know who handles that. Yeah, one of those two. Both of them are in charge of that because the database is running.
Gamma
fine,
Neutral
so-
Gamma Neutral forecasted the fuck out of Microsoft ripping at earnings. Or Gamma
Did it?
Max. Yeah. Look at it just start to
Gamma Max
spike
rocketed.
as everyone starts buying out of the money calls. I have a bidet with hot water. Why do you need hot water?
Like okay, yeah, like the cool like I was apprehensive my first time using a bidet because I was worried about the cold water, but honestly, it's kind of nice. It's like refreshing. I thought it was gonna be like cold and all that, but it's so far it's just been just like ooh, that feels good. It kind of peps me up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I wake up in the morning. I don't even poop. I just get on the bidet and freeze my butt.
You know, on a hot summer day, it's pretty refreshing. I just take cold showers though.
It really helps you drop the body temp.
Yeah, pretty sure a lot of heat
I'm
is
gonna go play
radiated out
video
of
games.
What? Hold on, we got an actual question. When there's a ton of negative delta, that means it's hard for price to move up. No, it's hard for price to start moving up. But sometimes we rip anyway. Is that just an effect of being at the MM's expected move? It's part of it, because everybody's incentivized to sell fuck tons of puts there, which helps the price start moving up. And then when you're in a negative gamma environment, the market maker is both buying the uptick and selling the downtick. So price action becomes very squeezy in both directions. So you tend to, in a negative gamma environment, you tend to bounce very hard and get rejected very hard. Because the market maker is acting as an accelerant to the direction of price. Versus a positive gamma environment where the market maker is compressing. They're pushing back against any directional move. So they act as a damper to in volatility versus an accelerator of it. Damper good? Yeah, damper's good. You guys got any choice adjectives for that? Suppressive?
Perineum.
God damn it. You're just playing Baldur's Gate, aren't you?
No, I moved on.
He wishes he was. Fresh, get the new Battlefield. You and I can play together.
I'm playing Outer Worlds.
Do you just have the Microsoft Game Pass?
No, I'm just
Oh.
go on Steam and wait for a sale and buy some old game for like $7.
My brother is trying
Carl's
to get me
getting
to
it.
buy Final Fantasy VII Remastered because it's now on Steam. And it was my favorite game as a child.
See, my favorite game was the best Final Fantasy, which was Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6 in Japan.
Nerd.
Between me, Fresh, Gherkin, and Carl, we've got an entire Battlefield squad. I couldn't think of a better team building experience.
I liked Final Fantasy Tactics.
Then we could write off Battlefield when we buy it.
I have a great team building experience. Launch.
Not
It
yet.
sure would be nice.
We're not ready.
We're getting there.
Yeah, our butthole's not ready for the sun.
It's not tan enough.
What? No, that's not. It's too pale. Well, all right.
Too moist?
I don't know. It's not properly bleached. It's not ready to be on camera.
That makes sense.
I thought GM going up was... You know, I bleached my butthole one time by accident.
What?
Did I ever tell you this?
No.
Yeah. So I was on my toilet. It was like pitch black in my bathroom. And instead of grabbing a dude wipe, I grabbed a Clorox wipe.
At least it was.
This was pre-bidet. This was years ago.
At least it was diluted bleach.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Well, how'd it look afterwards?
I mean, brighter.
Yeah, a little more peppy and spunky.
I mean,
No,
did
just
you
like-
actually look at it?
Like
Did you
inflamed.
take pictures of it?
No.
We need before and after pics, Gherk.
Wait,
Ugh.
was that what that picture of that sandwich? Was that your butt?
God damn it. That was the most disgusting fucking sandwich that I've ever had
I
in my
will never
life.
forget it because it looked like somebody put Chef Boyardee in the husk of a boiled sweet potato, and I was so confused when I was looking at it. I was like, "What is this?" You're like, "It's a sandwich." And I was like,
Chef
"Why did you eat
Boyardee.
almost all of it?"
I didn't eat any. I took one bite.
I know. I was kidding.
Chef Boyardee in the husk of a sweet potato is the perfect like insult to somebody's genitals. Does not matter what gender or anything. It's just perfect.
It's the boiled husk.
Yeah, boiled husk of a sweet potato. Yeah, we're cooked. Are there any questions?
Hold on. The chat's not scrolling for some reason. Max Spires
Jen
is
Jet agrees we're
pasting the
cooked.
docs in chat a bunch.
Good for him.
FF7 remake is kind of meh. How's it meh? The original game was amazing. It's so fucking cool. It made you feel things. I think. I don't remember. I was very young. Oh, Saber's back.
Sabre. Let's go. We need Willie in here to be the closer again.
Yeah, where the fuck
He's a
is
good
Willie?
closer.
He hasn't. I'm gonna go.
Like,
I'm gonna go
Willie
yell
must
at him.
have- Willie must have blown up or something. I bet he sold a bunch of puts and then got blown out on JPAL Day.
It's like, oh shit, we didn't drop 50 bips in the first second. Sell puts.
No, the day where he was like, "I'm gonna fire JPAL," and then the markets dropped like 50 bips, and he's like, "Just kidding."
Oh, that day, yeah. Grackle wants to know if the docs are updated yet.
I told JFresh to push it to prod, so if they're not, blame him.
But yeah, the docs
Are
are
they
updated.
updated? Woo!
They just have to wait for Gherk to approve.
Just push them. I'll read them later.
I
then
didn't
when
know
Gherk-
I had to
Gherk
fucking
approves,
How
then
much
we roll.
insight did you give?
None.
Oh, okay, perfect. People have to learn to interpret things.
I just finished the
damn it.
docs.
What's
What?
up?
Yep.
Again. I didn't know I had to accept the chat on PC. But what do you guys think about all the puts coming in on the options macro page? Is that positioning for, taco, or are those sold puts? Are you able to tell?
They are put
On
leverage.
options.
You talk about the,
And they look
OI
bearish as
Delta
fuck.
picking up a bit.
Yeah. OI leverage on the right side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like bot puts, and they're coming in closer to spot.
How do you know that they're coming in? Oh, because of the leverage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be-
Well,
so-
no. Also the delta. Look at the delta. Like those puts have.
Yeah, you can even see the leverage curve, like the peak of the leverage curve is kind of migrated upwards a bit.
Yeah. See, remember
Yeah.
when I said like, God, it was like it wasn't even a roundtable. I think it was like the weekend stream. Like this little bump, this little peak of put leverage. When shit gets bearish, that starts getting closer and closer to spot. And not just because price is moving down, but also because like the at the money puts start to be bought. And so like that pulls the peak of leverage up higher. So like even though we've been trading basically flat for 2 days, if you look at where the peak of this was 2 days ago, it was at like 935 and now it's at 951. So it's moving up. And then also, out of the money put delta is increasing, but so is in the money put delta.
So in anything past 1.0 is in the money put delta?
Yeah,
And you
for
see it
puts.
increasing over
Anything
the
above
last
1.0 for calls is out of the money. Anything below 1.0 for calls is in the money, and then vice versa for puts.
Got it. So with looking at that, it just looks like with also Greeks by expiry, there's a lot of gamma and delta falling off by OPEX, and then it's completely flat until next week or next month. So
Is this
Yeah,
SPXW?
Hold on.
actually, no, it's Microsoft. I'm looking at the wrong one. Sorry. Microsoft. But yeah, shit ton of fucking gamma.
Yeah,
and
it's
delta.
also negative. It's a shit ton
Well,
of negative gamma.
SPXW's SPXW is always going to be front loaded. So it's important to also check SPX, see what's going on. And you'll get a rough replication of the combined by looking at SPY, because SPY has a shit ton of expiries. So also something worth looking at is SPY. Also front loaded for tomorrow, interestingly enough, but and kind of see the distribution across the expiries.
So all that falling off, it will open up more volatility after it falls off. That's how it usually works.
No, because the gamma's negative on SPXW. So the volatility is just wide fucking open.
Oh.
Yeah, it's the more positive the gamma is, the more it holds price.
Gotcha. That's actually very interesting.
Well, the negative gamma is falling off though, so I think
it doesn't.
you know what?
Hold on. It expires at close.
So Trump coming in with more tariff news tomorrow might send us careening down to 6,200.
I mean, right now we're already in a position to continue moving down because gamma's
that's what it looks like.
Well, I mean, price action's just not. Price action's going to be very volatile, is what this is really telling you. It's not really going to tell you directionally where you're going to go, but volatility has an inverse effect on price on SPX, or on indexes. So, it does slightly give an edge to the downside.
Got it. Yeah, just something interesting of note I was trying to look at.
But if the index bounces, that gamma that's expiring can turn positive. So you have to remember that. That does
the upside.
Yeah. Well, the higher up it goes, the more grindy it would get. Or it would get.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, that was it. That was all I had. Just something interesting I was looking at.
It is interesting. I mean, the whole thing is interesting, man. It's a fun thing looking at, especially now. We're in interesting times where the market is just absolutely fully, pinned, balls to the wall, full throttle. So it's fun to watch.
Yeah, if this isn't a blow off top, I don't know what is.
We'll see where positioning comes in after this OPEX. I mean, it's not a particularly gigantic one, but every OPEX is interesting in that regard. Usually the more interesting OPEXs are September, December, and March and June.
Quad witching ones?
I think those are the quad witchings. So those are usually interesting because they're really super levered. But I mean, every OPEX always comes with its own sort of characteristic. Some stuff happened, but we'll see if positioning could just roll in and build a bunch of support, right around 6,300, 6,375 and 6,350. And then we just sit here.
That would suck.
Who knows? And doesn't that sound exciting?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly though, whenever the market's boring, it's depending on how big your regular portfolio is, something to be thankful for.
Yeah, sell side. Definitely more sell side.
Sell side or just long, right? If you have a high beta, you're generally feeling pretty good. And if you're selling puts, you're feeling really good. If you're trying to buy puts or sell calls, selling calls you could do pretty good too, because generally the market's really predictable, but not like predictable, but not volatile.
Sold puts kind of make me a little antsy sometimes when I sell my calls end of the week. You just keep pushing up.
Yeah. That's charm for you too. If you're selling calls on top of a bunch of sold calls, you could end up accidentally squeezing yourself.
Come to find out.
Yeah, ouch. I'm sorry.
I cut losses, but it's all good. Made it back.
Yeah, for sure. That's generally I've been discussing that with my buddies, and obviously this is not Gammastrike related, but asset-backed, short options and things like that. I mean, it's fun to just sell calls and just sell puts, but I mean, turning them into spreads, like asset-backed spreads, are not a terrible thing if you're wheeling and you end up long a stock. I mean, asset-backed spreads will help you manage your risk in a decent amount, much like SPX and SPXW.
Yeah, sounds good. I have to look into it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's just it's a wheeling thing. If you end up with some buy rights that get assigned, you end up with just some stock. You can use those for spreads. You can even do your buy rights as spreads as well. So yeah,
Gotcha. Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
no problemo. Woohoo! Hey, there's Willie.
Hey, it's Willie.
Oh shit! We were just talking about you, man.
Yeah, we were talking about how we could use a closer because we had one great question at the end there. Well, a great discussion. But it seems like everybody knows everything there is to know about Gammastrike. So, we were wondering if we could have a closer, someone to pitch the final inning.
Did you hear my 5-year-old just barged into my office to tell me that he loves his mommy? How cute is that?
That's adorable.
Today I've tried this new strat I call "Don't fucking give $4,000 back tomorrow."
That's a pretty good strat.
It's not
I
bad.
like that strat.
Yeah.
I keep giving Nuke shit to take half his profits and put him into the most boring thing he could possibly imagine. Well,
Cool. Everybody's making money. Everybody understands the software. Our work here is done. It's time for us to
Retire
ready
into
for
the
launch?
sunset.
dissipate into the fog, never to be seen again.
yeah, I feel like I guess like the first
Oh,
town
hold
hall
on.
where
I
there's
have asked
actually no
about
questions.
SMCI. Is anyone seeing the question? I see you asking if we saw your question.
Let me search for it. Let me search for it if I can. Fuck, I don't know if I can search the live audio chat. How do you search the live audio chat?
I don't think you can.
Oh, it's in the YouTube. Nobody's on the YouTube. You're the only one there. Everyone else is a bot.
Oh, it was in the
Can you just-
YouTubes.
Just ask it here.
Ask it here really quick. We'll get you
The YouTube?
on the YouTube.
I don't even see the question on the YouTube. There's only like 20 comments, and none of them are about SMCI. It might have gotten blocked on the YouTube. Yeah, ask it here.
Those damn YouTube mods. You said something Google doesn't like.
Did you guys see that while he's writing it? Did you guys see that Google is gonna try to use AI to guess which of their people are over 18? Like which users are over 18?
No.
Hmm.
Why do they want to know that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
see, so Banatech wants to know a kind of, I guess, just a walkthrough of
wants to go-
SMCI. Like, if we wanted to do like a top-down view of SMCI, like, what's your thoughts on SMCI? How would you go about giving those thoughts? I guess is probably what he's going after.
Okay.
Well,
I mean, we could all walk through it. I could
Yeah.
tell you mine. So the first thing I always do, I always go to Greeks.
same.
Looking at it, it's grinding up on GammaMax, which is also grinding up. Then I immediately switch to my news brain and know that like a lot of people are chattering about this as like a stock to jump into because Microsoft popped. So like CoreWeave, SMCI, like all of these downstream things, like people are trying to pump.
Front run.
along with, like,
It's called
like-
front
yeah.
running the capex.
So I'm thinking, all right, it's accelerating upwards. People are trying to pump the shit out of it. It's probably going to keep going up, but I could keep going and digging around. Uh, if I look at delta on SMCI by strike, kind of looks like 60's where it's at.
I would say it's got room up to like 61 before it starts to run into
Yeah,
any resistance.
I mean, it could,
Maybe even 62 or 3.
yeah, just from the gamma, sure.
Then we would look at vol.
Then I might look at I would look at expiry to see where it all expires. It's all expiring on the 15th. There's
course.
some out on Jan, but it's pretty much all real short.
This
really
is also a
short
point where you
dated.
need to check earnings.
Oh
When-
yeah,
when
earnings are
earnings
coming up
is.
for it, aren't they?
hmm
What day did they just report?
Nope. They report on Tuesday.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
that's
so
gonna
then you've got
that's gonna
earnings coming out.
unfortunately, or earnings fucks up your analysis of volatility, which would be probably the next place that you would go look, because generally speaking, earnings is going to push IV10 up really hard. Obviously, if you look at the term structure, all of the volatility peaking on earnings for on the earnings expiration, which is 8/8 on the weekly.
Yep.
At the money, IV is at 105% on that day. That's cool.
This is very
Yeah,
this is a
so,
very healthy looking surface.
Yeah, there's something going on with our filtering on that. They're showing quite a few. So yeah, I would say at that point, my brain's like, I don't like to play earnings, especially ones that are so influenced by options positioning. I don't know. This could go either way. I mean, I could see it doing what Microsoft did, which is blow through Gamma Max and then grind back down to it.
Or it could just do the thing NVIDIA does at every earnings, which is stay completely flat for 3 days.
Yeah. But that's the point. Like, you can't really... It's hard to assign probabilities to those things happening just because it's fucking earnings. So I would say super bullish. People are even more bullish on it than they have been in the past.
I will say that
And
people aren't
unless
buying
earnings
very
shits the bed.
far out of the money. So, like, that's something
Yeah.
we did see on Microsoft that you don't see here. And back to the Greeks page, is that, like, Gamma Max is not just drifting away from spot. It's kind of just right at spot. Most of the options interest is at, like, 60, 61, 62.
Yeah, but at the same time, I don't think I would feel comfortable shorting it, like selling calls below. Maybe even like... I mean, I could see maybe 65, but not in size. I would feel comfortable below like 70.
Yeah, what he's saying is this thing is just a powder keg for earnings. There's a ton of options like on here, so, and especially because it is part of the big hype wave, you know that there's a lot of eyes on this stock, and it could swing either direction violently.
Yep. The biggest problem with earnings and options data is that while there's a lot of information there, market makers kind of just use earnings to rob everybody.
Yes.
And so even if you get like a preconceived idea of direction based on the option market sentiment, sometimes like the option market's just like massively over leveraged and they've pushed the dispersion trade to the tits, and then the market maker just dumps all that delta as IV crushes. And so sometimes you get these, this is the worst one, you'll get earnings where like there's a shitload of bullish positioning, IV's super high, and then they beat, and then the stock sells off. And everyone's like, why'd that happen? That makes no sense. And it's because the market maker is just sitting on a fuck ton of delta. So no matter how high the price goes following earnings, the MM's still just going to dump delta into it. And so as that IV crushes, they dump more and more and more delta.
Yeah, because the risk is gone now.
Yeah.
Right? The earnings is over. The unknowns are known.
Yep. Oh God, Max Spires, what are you doing?
I think he's trying to find relevant sections. Yeah, Max, I would like for you to elaborate what's going on. Yeah, no problem, Banatech. Is there anything else you'd like for us to elaborate on that? That's pretty much how the top down works. You look at Greeks for the mile high view of, the option chain, and then you zoom in on things that you're interested in. Are you trying to do out of the money stuff? Are you trying to do in the money stuff? At the money? It all kind of, depending on what you're trying to do, you got volatility, you got Greek spice drag. You just kind of go through them and get the microscope view.
I mean, yeah, if your long shares at 40 and you're trying to capture yield on those, I would feel much better about selling at 65 if I own the underlying anyway, and I'm super positive.
That's a solid 60% profit plus premium.
What's this?
What are they selling
Oh,
for 2 weeks out?
I have no idea.
Are you looking at the spreads or something?
We're just
He's got shares
Banatech's
in
long at 40.
SMCI,
Mm.
and he's thinking about selling covered calls, and that kind of changes things. I could see myself taking that bet that it won't stay over 65 for 2 weeks. I mean, the fact that it's been going up so steadily, 2 weeks is. I would be ready to close them out if you're right.
$1.72, $1.73.
Yeah, I don't know if I love that.
Well, here's a fun thing that you can look at. And this is like a more dynamic way to use Gamma Max, but you could look at these, the low to high on each of these moves in the underlying options chain. And you could try to use that as an estimate for how high Gamma Max might move above where spot currently is.
Yeah.
Because you have a pretty good idea of the interest. This will give you a pretty good idea of the out of the money interest in the options chain and like how that's been progressing over time since our last earnings. And then you can make an estimated move of GM, and then you could sell over that. And then that way you could use your theta to your advantage.
Yeah, I feel like 2 weeks out, I'd feel better at 70, and then who knows if you even get enough yield to make it worth it.
I mean, okay, 2 weeks out, I think the yield is worth it. 2.31, let's just say.
Yeah, remember these are naked calls, basically, right?
Well, no, they're covered. So you're getting 3.92%.
But it's not like a spread.
Over 2 weeks. No, it's just a straight short call. But if it expires out of the money, he's getting 3.92% on his shareholdings. Pretty good. That's pretty good. I mean, over 2 weeks, that's not bad. The only thing is you got earnings coming up, so like that's a big risk. So like, I mean, like what we were just talking about, it being a fucking powder keg and it just going whichever way, and then IV crushing, you might that's the risk, right? The play is you're trying to play that IV crush as things build up. I mean, keep an eye on the IV chart, like the at the money IV chart, I guess would be where I'd be looking. And once it looks like it's kind of topped out, definitely. Or once it gets high enough where you're like, yeah, I would go for it. But at the same time, theta is going to be kind of kicking in. So it's a little bit of a delicate balance to try to maximize the yield, right? Which is pretty much, if you're looking for an entry, you're looking for when those options are the most expensive, at least relative to the actual like market's expected move. Hard to do, but yeah. If you like taking profit at 65, I'm pretty sure that's like what 60% or something like that from a $40 position. No, not 60. Sorry, 40% profit on the shares, plus 3.92. So you'd be looking at roughly 45% profit on the whole position. That's solid, depending on when you bought. But I have to imagine it wasn't crazy long ago if you bought it at 40. Yeah, I'm with Jay Fresh. I don't hate it.
Yeah. It's not a slam dunk, but
If you sell the 70 and buy the 75, it's going to be the most boring thing you've ever seen in your entire life. Unless it actually runs above 75, then it's not going to be boring anymore. But like that's just boring. You're gonna make like basically at that point you're probably looking at something closer to like what, maybe 70 bips of yield on that position.
Look at the SEP 70.
yeah, at that point it might make more sense to sell farther out because you can perhaps capture more vol crush and give yourself more time.
What with the spread?
No, why would you sell a spread? It's a covered call.
I know. Well, I mean, you could use covered calls to make covered spreads.
Ew.
You say ew, but that's like the penultimate wheel.
Dork somehow finds the most boring positions in the market.
Yeah, no, Maple's over here saying I'm finding my wings, and I'm like, the more boring a position is, the more I'm into it. Like, you just sit there, like, sweating your face off over, like, 1 bip. I'm like, yeah, I'm here for it.
May I interest you in some Tootsie Roll?
Okay, you talk all this shit, but let me tell you something about Tootsie Roll, okay? Oh, it's down 5% on the week. Never mind.
Boom.
It went from
Even
$30 to $40 over the course of a month.
Even Tootsie Rolls are too spicy for Dork.
I mean, if you would have been DCAing for 2 years, roughly a year and a half, and then you would have made 30% if you had nailed the top.
Boomer.
Yeah, so it would require a lot of not remembering that you're DCAing Tootsie Roll and then having to remember at the exact right time, oh yeah, I own Tootsie Roll, and then selling it. Once again, my kind of thing.
Yeah.
You
That is
have-
right. You don't sell Tootsie Roll. One does not simply sell Tootsie Roll.
You have owned Tootsie Roll in the past.
I have, and I made money on it. I mean, below 30, it honestly is at a pretty good price. Like, that's a price to sales of what, 3.5? Pretty good.
Review Apple as a finisher. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before.
It's perfect.
Apple is boring as shit.
It's the treasury market of options.
Yeah, it looks like it's gonna stay around $210 forever. It might move up a little bit.
Yeah, no, it's
But
going to
it's
stay
gonna
at
be-
210, whatever that is, indexed to inflation.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say about it. It's still above gamma neutral, so it's still in a supportive environment. It's got range to the upside because gamma max has moved up. It's gonna kind of stay right around.
Hold on, it's
215,
down in like
220.
after hours, right? Oh no, did it
No,
bounce?
It went up.
Oh shit.
They beat expectations.
Yeah,
For
they,
iPhone sales, I believe.
they
it
always
was.
do. Oh. Oh, did they start selling more iPhones in China again?
I don't know. I was just reading the chatter on
Because they
on
don't
the
want to
Reddit,
sell them in the
and,
U.S.
I don't know. Everyone was surprised that they beat on iPhone sales because apparently, well, not apparently, but they do just reiterate the same little rectangle every year, and people buy it.
It's a nice rectangle. It makes me feel comfortable.
It you know what? I will give Apple props for making a very satisfying rectangle to handle.
I mean, you think with all the time we spend on every little fucking thing in our UI, that we would be a little bit more appreciative of what Apple provides.
I mean, honestly, like a lot of the UI stuff that I've read has been from either former Apple or former Microsoft folks from like the 90s through the early aughts or even the 80s, like the Jeff Raskin book that I always glaze. Yeah, that was the dude who was helping develop the mouse. It's amazing. It's a mouse. You think it's so simple, but when they tested the mouse, they just put it on a table and told this nuclear physicist, try it. And the person picked it up and then moved the little trackball with their finger. And then what they would do is they'd place it on the table and move it around, and then they would immediately learn right there and know exactly how the mouse worked. It's the best interface ever made.
You know,
But I
Dork,
digress.
when you were 13 years old, one day you put your hand in your pants and found another interface that was equally natural.
That's true. I did instantly learn that one too.
I'm loving the direction this conversation is
I mean, but that interface is like, but the thing is, the training of that interface was over millions of years, Kirk. The mouse was over like mere minutes.
Yeah, but millions of years of random trial and error.
I'm so glad I'm standing on the shoulders of giants when it comes to that.
You really are.
This is terrible. Can we talk about Gammastrike some more? I hope we answered your question, Banatech. I'm sorry we totally flew off the rails, but just so you know, like when we talk about Apple, even internally, and we just like it is like the most vanilla of vanilla options chains, and it is so like easy to just understand because it follows all the rules perfectly.
When I first started
It's
trading,
amazing.
all I did was sell puts on Apple.
Why wouldn't you? It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like just the way that it navigates its options chain, the options chain navigates it. I mean,
I didn't have
it's
any
truly
data.
Remarkable. You
I
know,
didn't
I mean,
I just drew a fucking line, and anytime Apple touched that line, I sold puts. And I had like 100% win rate over like my first year and a half of trading.
what's funny is you're basically drawing our lines. Like,
Yeah, well, in a way. Ours
it's
are
the beauty. Well, it's the
different
beauty
and
of
more
it.
accurate, but
Yeah. Well, we talk about like the Doritos and stuff and how those basically are options and all that stuff. I mean, Apple's the same thing, just on every scale you could possibly imagine.
wait, are our rounded rectangles geometrically perfect? This sounds like a
Yes.
job for you guys. I don't believe it. Willie's saying the apples are better.
Okay, so actually there is a lot of research that goes into the geometry of UI elements. Like, okay, so when you think of a corner radius is what he's talking about, that corner radius on a rectangle, what percentage of the overall height and or width should it be? That's a very important question. Especially when it's encompassed by a perfect rectangle.
It's not a
where the corner
radius, it's
is
an
0.
ellipse.
No, it's a rounded rectangle, right? What he's talking about is a rectangle where each corner is assigned a radius, so it subtends a circle around each corner. So you find the point at which the circle. It's like
But it can't be a circle unless the width and height are the same length. Otherwise, it's an ellipse.
No, it's a circle.
Is the
because what
phone
you're
an
fin-
ellipse?
No, what you're finding. You remember osculating circles? So you're finding you're basically placing a circle on the corner of the
Okay,
rectangle where
fine,
it is
Dork.
tangent to both sides.
Our rectangles are fine. I'm not gonna. You win this one.
I think our rectangles are great.
Just
Like,
launch.
I'm not
Either
gonna
talk-
complain about them.
Either talk to Dork about the radius on his rectangles for the next 2 weeks, or just launch.
I'm trying to
I
find.
mean, the corner radii of the neutrals could be a little bit tighter, but I'm not going to complain about that. That's so nitpicky.
Grim2 and Maple are objectifying me in the chat. Can you all look at ASTS? This isn't a stock review. It's
Yeah,
Is this
I'm
Pickle
done.
Picks?
Ask me on the stream.
Yeah, is this something that has to do with Gammastrike?
No, it has to do with his position on ASTS.
God damn it. How would you use
That's Sunday.
Gammastrike to
That's
analyze
Sunday.
ASTS for me? Please analyze it.
Yeah, why don't you do the analysis and tag
ask
us
us
somewhere
ask us about
and be
it,
like,
yeah.
hey, I did this analysis. Is it
Brad-
shit or good?
Brad made
Yeah.
How about you do the work?
a note here. Dorks Jorks have made me 28% in 3 years. I sometimes have a hard time picturing what I'm going to do with that $300.
Buy treasuries, bro. Treasury Direct, baby.
Sounds like it's actually $280.
It probably is.
Do you have to pay for
Maybe
Gamma
once.
Strike to use it for analysis? No.
Well, yes.
What?
No,
Yes,
Yes.
you do.
of course not. It doesn't have to pay.
Well- Well, to use it, yes, he does.
Who?
Is Bread getting free Gammastrike, Gherk? How do we not know about this?
I don't think he is.
Well, then, yeah, he has to pay for it. He can
Oh.
read the docs for free, but he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to pay for the docs, but he
I
does
mean,
have
he
to
could-
pay for the numbers.
He could open the homepage and just do analysis on it. I don't think that costs money.
That's true.
There's no discounts. The price is the price.
I was Kirk's #1 fan for 2 days straight. We had discount. There are no discounts. We don't
Yeah,
even.
if it makes you
the
feel any
price.
better, you're paying the same price literally everybody else is.
Nuke
Except
charged
for
his
the pitch-
Nuke charged his own
pitches.
father full price.
Yeah, because
I
fuck
would do the
that
same.
guy.
Yeah, right? Who does he think he is trying to get a discount, dick?
Despite me telling him multiple times, you could just give it to your dad for free. He was like, "No, he's gotta pay." I was
Yeah,
like,
he
"All
does.
right, man."
I agree with Duke. I agree with Duke. No fucking freeloaders here.
It's a slippery slope, right?
Yeah, first
You
it's
get
your
one,
dad, the
then
next thing
everybody's
you
fucking
know,
cousin. Yeah. No way.
charge them extra. I don't want them in there.
Yeah, Max needs to pull up the
Yeah,
relevant.
did you
doc
did you
section
did
for
you
this.
add no discounts to the FAQ?
I did. Both of my grandfathers are dead, Maple. Thank you.
So they can get fucked?
Can we not turn this
you're-
into
if
a
you're
discussion about
Into
munting?
that.
I think, are my grandfathers dead? Yes. My grandfathers are
He
also all
pulled up
dead.
the user agreement. What a badass.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is beautiful.
He's not going to get sewed into the anus of an iCentipad.
I need money to pay for Gammastrike, but I need Gammastrike to make money. This is your conundrum.
That's called a job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get a job, then buy Gammastrike.
I have one of those things. It sucks, but it makes me eat.
Do I have a job?
No.
Yes, technically. Oh, no, yeah, he does. He pays taxes.
I do pay taxes. Oh, you know what? The IRS, I'm not unemployed anymore.
Oh shit.
See?
Yeah.
They need
Fully
you.
employed.
They need you to keep the.
I
employee
finally
numbers
got
up.
approved as a trader, which is really difficult. They don't like to give it to you.
Yeah, probably because it comes with tax advantages and stuff. That
Yeah, you got to
Improves
write
your
off your
expense of
losses.
yeah, it's huge.
It's very
It's
huge.
massive. Wait, Gammastrike costs more than a full port. I need you to elaborate. Do you mean a monthly subscription, or are you talking about a yearly subscription when you say full port? I need to know how poor you are.
No, full port is a standardized unit of measurement in the pickle jar. It's $1,000.
Okay, so he's talking about a yearly subscription then.
Jesus Christ.
He says more than a full port. Yeah, that makes sense then. Yeah, okay, yeah.
Oh God.
It's 1.3 full ports.
Why would I speak in months? I'm a billionaire. When you're streaming SPX during the day, is the expectation that SPX will test GNDN at least once during the session? No. You definitely get trend days where that doesn't ever happen. But I would say the majority of trading days, probably.
If it's a flat day, you're definitely going to be testing it. But
If it's a
whether
flat
it goes
day, you're
above or
gonna
below, who cares?
you're gonna be all over it.
Yeah. You should be consolidating around it and then sometimes dipping below it.
Actually, the
sometimes going above
distance from spot to the flip point is very indicative of a trend. So the further spot gets away from the flip point, the more of a like the stronger of a trend you're on.
it. Saddle up, partner.
Remember that the mean reversion that occurs on the index during the intraday is largely due to the market maker's P&L.
Is what? His peen? What?
His peen and L. His penal.
Ew.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, shit. I've been thinking about this all wrong. Yeah, so, I mean,
Well, we spend a lot of
it's
time
an
talking
interesting
about it from the point of view of, just their exposure. But more and more lately, especially with all the bitching about Vega neutral, I keep having to explain, like, the convexity and concavity of the market makers' profits, like their returns. And,
well, I mean, ideally, they want their returns to be zero.
well, yeah. So
But it's not, but they want it to be, so they try to make it happen.
at the flip point. Yeah, exactly. But the market is also, made by them, and so it is constructed in such a way that, like, mean reversion is kind of baked in. That's kind of the whole thing that's going on.
Yeah.
I'm convinced that we could leave this on. We could talk all night long, and these 28 people would never leave.
You might be right.
It would be an exponential trail off, right? Where like after like 23 hours there'd be one person left.
Yeti Meister's like, no, I'm out.
Thanks, Yeti. Andres.
It's on Drache, okay?
Sort of a captive audience.
Right,
Perfect.
Drache.
Well, it'd be cool if we got an extra question.
Yeah, this is your chance. But if nobody asks a question, the next, I don't know.
Have
how
you
long
ever
it's gonna
seen a
take for
day
us
where
to
the
say baby
price
farms.
didn't go to one of the local extrema of gamma exposure? Actually, it's very common for price to go to the extremes. I would say that happens on almost all trading days. There are some days where you will get, we really haven't run into this because vol's too high, but if vol gets lower, like implied vol, not realized vol, you'll get like this kind of market structure where you just have, these are just fucking massive, and you end up just trading right here, like right in the middle. Nothing ever happens, and the sold strangles just keep piling on and piling on and piling on, and it feels like all of the life is being crushed out of you with every tick that passes by.
Unless you're the one doing that, in which case you're just snorting more and more cocaine
What?
as you increase your position.
Yeah. Well, Adderall. They don't do cocaine anymore. It's not 1980.
Right, yeah, so you're popping more Adderall and you're popping the champagne at the same time.
Those are the box drawing days? Yeah. It's 5 hands.
I thought they moved on to Cialis.
Wait, do they just take Cialis for fun?
Well, I mean, what better way to trade than with a raging heart on?
That's true. Hard to achieve, though. It requires mastery.
One of my buddies I play video games with, the ex-convict, talked about the time he took one of those like rhino pills from the gas station.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah, he actually he said that was the closest he's ever been to calling the doctor about an erection, and this is when he was at peak meth usage.
Tesla's fucking. What is this?
It's Tesla. What do you expect?
Jesus Christ. Look at this tranche of fucking...
That's gnarly.
Yeah. What's going on there? The fucking... Someone's just strangling the fuck out of it. On the 9/12 expiry.
What a strange thing to do.
That is very odd. Yeah, I mean, that's what's happening there. Someone's strangling the fuck out of it. I guess we could go look at 9/12. Yeah, well, someone's doing the 300 and the, like, 25/30.
I feel like every one of those peeners you see on that chart is just short.
Probably. Yeah, probably just everyone selling puts below spot and selling calls above it. It's Andrade, your favorite person.
Andrade.
Okay. Quick question: are we going to be doing the clips on any time, or what's the time schedule for that regarding the Gammastrike? You know, where you go and like clip where you talked about Gamma and Gex and Ivy puts and calls on the like live page.
Clips. Try to think what you mean, like a snapshot?
Like if I wanted to go like, I don't know, if I wanted to go like learn about the Greeks on Gammastrike and I click the Greek tab, right? I'm gonna have to go back to like 20 videos and watch all of them, which I don't mind doing, but you know,
we actually quantified it, and you'd have to be watching videos for something like 4 days straight.
Yeah, we have like 60 hours.
I
of
admire your
footage.
commitment, but we are actually actively working on building out the scripts and everything to start explaining pages and all that, getting some short form videos up and everything to help you out. And there's also the docs, but we understand that there's multiple learning styles and multiple formats we need to accommodate.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, we've also gone through and flagged every question and like sorted them by.
Shout out to marketing for this, by the way. Yeah, like
Yeah.
we've fully
So-
broken it down.
we don't have
Well, it's
access.
not done
And
yet,
also,
but- not yet, but it's in the
weirdly,
works.
STD slot machine.
Yeah. Also, shout out to STD Slot Machine for being a big help on this too, because there's a lot I didn't realize until I got the breakdown. I was like, holy shit, we have done so fucking much of this. It's insane.
Imagine what 4 years of my stream looks like.
Jesus, I don't want to, dude.
It's been.
I don't think
4
you want to
years.
either.
It's been more than.
Don't think about it, Gherk.
It's been 50 months.
I don't know
No wonder
what
you
I
have
would
this
have done.
sad.
51 months.
Turn around every day. It's like my week. I love it.
It's yeah. I mean, I do too. I guess I keep doing it, and then when I don't do it, like I feel bad. I tried that a couple times. I'm like, oh, look at all those people losing money on their own.
Yeah. No, we're working on it. They're gonna happen. We're doing a lot right now. We're spinning a lot of plates, and that is definitely one of the plates we're actively staring at and spinning with our, hand going, would you
That
spinning
was
it
a
up.
terrible analogy.
You're
We're
a terrible analogy.
We're making the videos.
Yeah, they're happening.
Awesome.
There
Actually,
will be.
Otherwise, I just
I will say that they're going to be less focused on what mean and more like how do.
that's awesome.
I'm glad that you
Yep.
understood that. I need to simplify the language I use if I'm going to run for office.
No sentence is longer than 5 words.
Yeah.
Gherk J Fresh 2028. Sterilize the poor, euthanize the homeless.
I'm not
Secretary of
sterilizing or
Treasury.
euthanizing any humans. Anyway, I have to bring Dork in so I get the third party vote. Maybe he could be like the
true.
vice president, or like the
No,
sub.
make me your Secretary of Treasury or Secretary of Commerce. I'll totally ruin
no,
it.
I need to be in charge of the treasury. We need my random number generator for daily rates.
Okay, well then appoint me as
makes
chair of the
bread.
Fed.
He's got to be the health secretary.
Yeah, I'll be the cook, the White House chef. You're gonna be so mad at me every night, Gherk. You're gonna hate me.
Just
Like
little
pork
hot
chops
dogs
and
rye
potatoes
bread.
again. It's like 6 nights in a row of pork chops. You're gonna hate me, dude.
Jesus Christ. We need. That's horrific. Do you do that? Dude, I'll buy you some food. Like
I
that's
can, no,
just
I don't do that.
non-pork. Okay. Like if
I
you're
can- I
eating
eat-
pork
I
chops
eat
6
chicken.
nights a week, like me and the pickle jar
No.
can get together and buy you like a steak.
Jesus Christ! You know what you could do is just give me a job.
You have a job. You ungrateful.
Give me another one.
You ungrateful
I'll take 2.
asshole.
Oh yeah, me ungrateful, dude. Okay, yeah, fine. What's my salary at Gammastrike, bud?
Visa gift cards.
1 chicken quesadilla a year.
Your salary is also tied to your to the growth of the service that we have to launch.
That's true. I know that much to be true.
You want a job?
I think
I'm trying to make it, bud.
I think
I'm
despite no matter how successful
You
Gammastrike is, I think we just need to keep telling people that no one makes any money.
That's true. We're all dirt poor, dude.
Or just start like,
I mean-
or just turn it on me and be like, I don't know, I don't get paid. Gherk steals all the money.
Certainly not on purpose.
Yeah, whoopsies. Accidentally bought a
Yeah.
jet.
We're
My
just,
bad.
let's be honest, like whatever salary anybody's gonna make, we're gonna blow up.
That's
So,
true. Okay, Banatech wants to know about using GS to determine the speed of a reversal. You would want to look
Ooh.
at the positioning below spot or above spot, depending on the direction of the reversal. If there's a lot of support or support / resistance above and or / below spot, below / above spot, then that'll tell you whether or not a reversal is going to pick up momentum or not. So, like if gamma is super flat in the direction of the reversal, odds are it's going to maintain momentum. But if there's like a shit ton of gamma, then the odds of the reversal.
and don't forget
start
that if
to sort of get
gamma
diminished.
is moving rapidly more positive above spot. So like, if you have like a ramp to 0 from a negative gamma position, price will move very quickly up that ramp. Because the like you squeeze to the upside in negative delta environments. And then price action will slow down here. So, generally speaking, the first thing you should look at is gamma positive. Like, you have your flip. Are you above it or below it? If you're below it, then the speed of the reversal is inherently going to be stronger. And then you're going to want to look at major gamma levels for supports. And if gamma is fairly flat to the downside, and there are no major levels, then there really are no supports. And so price can fall very rapidly into wherever there is a support. And then, but to the upside, price as it falls slows down, and as it rises, slows down. So keep that in mind. That's a big factor. You can also just look at speed. This little guy right here. And if those strikes with very high speed go in the money, they are going to accelerate price action in that direction is going to accelerate. Hey, Dork, I thought you were 47. Did you lie on your application?
Yeah, and about my citizenship.
I don't care about that.
There's a van showing up. There's 3 vans showing up. Bunch of rednecks. Really fat getting out of them.
Show them that visa, the H-1B visa I wrote you. I told them you're from India.
That's just a piece of paper that says dork on it.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
one.
I'll take it.
Dork's not Canadian.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of offended. You would think so.
He just lives in Minnesota.
Whoa. Now I'm even more offended.
Wait, how do people... Wait, much like...
My enthusiasm for burritos, okay, and if I'm from Minnesota, the type of burritos I'd be eating would be just absolute trash. And so you'd be saying I have the worst taste in burritos, basically on the face of the earth.
Wait, hold on. You eat Taco Bell?
I do. And I eat burritos from not Taco Bell.
I don't know. The burritos I've had in Reno were also not good.
You got to find the dingiest place you can imagine.
That sounds worse.
No, that's where you get the best burritos, bro. Like just straight up where they're just like blasting Mexican music, and it's like it looks like a restaurant, but also maybe a front.
So
amazing, dude.
we had this argument earlier about Nevada and how you want your state name pronounced. You know, I wonder if
Nevada.
people from Minnesota run around telling people to call it Minnesota.
You know, I actually met someone from Minnesota, and yes, they were like totally talking normal. I was like, and then I heard a little bit of twinge of Canadian. I was like, "You're from Canada?" They're like, "Oh no, I'm from Minnesota."
Yep.
I was like, "Oh, you sound like a hoot."
Yeah. Except they don't try to demand that people mispronounce the name of their state.
Well, that's just because our state is that much cooler.
There's a really good article on the pronunciation of Nevada that I need to send to you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No, you don't.
I do.
No. If you do that, I don't know. Me and my fiance are going to have a long talk.
The dork say Sierra Gordo.
Say what? Sierra Gordo? There.
He's going to use that against you.
Fat Mountain?
That was for the blackmail.
Oh, God. He's going to ship that off to somebody who's going to be really mad about it.
Remember when that one guy took my stream and edited it to create a video of me saying bad things about GME? He put so much work in.
Edit it. They just need to ask you about GME.
I know. He put so much work in to make it sound like not even as good as me shitting on GME.
You should just make a response video to it of you just looking in the camera and be like, "Hello. I just wanted to clear some things up. GME is a fat sack of shit." Just go into it.
I've missed all the pickle lore. Dude, you've been here since 2022. You haven't missed any of it. You were literally part of it. You're like back when we used to send each other bread emojis.
Look, so if bread wasn't around 2 months ago, you might have missed it. But I'm not one to go and be all like, yeah, wieners. Woo. Well, any more questions? Anybody got anything Gammastrike usage related? Questions on the docs, on options, on
Where's our usual question askers?
Yeah, I was
I'm
wondering where, like,
gonna
Link
pick
was
someone random from the chat, and then they've got to come up here and ask me a question. Oh my god, it's Yuri!
There we go.
Yuri, you need to DM me because I lost your song. I was trying to
profile description.
I was trying to play VUP for people, and I couldn't find the song. And I was like, fuck. And yeah.
If you like Soviet beats and Soviet meats, then you're gonna love me.
Wait, did you just say Soviet meats?
That's Yuri's profile, like their little blurb.
Oh.
It's excellent.
It's pretty. It's different.
I mean, that's what I'm into.
Can't believe I've been after you for 4 years to take off your shirt. I took off my shirt 3 years ago. and it's been on ever since. But honestly, only because of you. I would have just started streaming shirtless if you weren't such a weirdo about it.
Wait, Gherk, if SPX gap down 8%, would you be shirtless?
Currently?
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't meet the qualifications. Well, I do have a straddle.
Shirtless? You would make something close to $70,000 if you had one put.
Okay, so I have 25.
I think that qualifies for shirtless.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you that desperate to see him shirtless that you're envisioning an 8% down day and just gooning over it?
So why are you attacking Grimtu like that?
I don't know.
That was you should
J-Fresh,
you should take it back.
Down day would bring joy to your heart.
He shows up to the stream every day and watches all day long, just hoping my shirt comes off.
Interesting.
Yeah, Kiko does the same thing, but Kiko also looks around for streams of Ryan Cohen to see if he takes his shirt off too.
I wonder if Kiko has a Ryan Cohen tattoo.
Probably.
Weird.
And a GameStop tattoo.
You have to get one of those
like
to work there.
Ticker. Yeah. See, what they do is get the tattoo. They have the tattoo of the ticker, and then every week they get that week tattooed on.
There was someone who got a GME tramp stamp back in the early days of Superstonk.
There was some weird shit happening in Superstonk in the early days.
Yep. I know, I was there.
People were getting weird. Yeah.
Grim2's never been a green name. He's literally never been a billionaire. I don't think the entire time.
Impressive, actually.
No, I don't think he's been a Cornichon either. I think he has gifting
never been
turn-off.
gifted one?
Oh, he's been gifted. Never mind.
Okay.
What type of order flow
Order
tools
flow
can you
tools?
see yourself adding to GS if you could? We'll probably set up some kind of system to mark very large orders if they come in. And like somehow tag their position on the chain so that people are aware of their existence.
These are weird though. Would you really want to know if someone bought, let's say today someone bought 6,000, 5950 puts that expired today? Would you really care?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because no one did. But somebody did buy 30,000 6350 and 55 puts when we were trading at 6420. And that seemed important.
I'm just saying we want to filter those things because those would have a shit ton of gamma. But
you just have to be really careful because if you show people some of it, they might get the completely wrong idea. Like, what if it's part of a leg and we didn't show the other part of the leg for whatever reason?
Well, you would assume that the legs would be equal in size, but that's a problem. They're not. They're not always equal in size.
Yeah, so it's like
sometimes you get options that are they're 60% exposure, and then you've got some sold leg that's 4,000 contracts and a bought leg that's about 10,000 contracts.
yeah,
that's a real thing, by the way.
Well, let's say you could also have just a multi-leg spread that's just complex, and one part of it seems to be particularly concentrated, and so that just pings off. It's incomplete.
No, but we are working on building a AI me for the stream when I have doctor's appointments and stuff.
Oh my god.
AI knee with
No,
a
no.
KN or knee with an M?
Me.
Oh, I was thinking AI knee, which I thought that was kind of hot.
Just gonna program it on all the old streams and tell it to act like an asshole the entire time I'm gone.
Just let JFresh stream.
He's busy.
I know.
I also don't want to stream.
That too.
I can stream Outer Worlds right now. That's what I'm doing. I'm not even listening anymore. I'm just playing.
No, I know you stopped.
Yeah, are there any more fucking
Oh,
questions?
wait, hold on.
What
Maple
are we
has a
doing here?
question specifically for you, JFresh.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not in the chat, but
It
Well,
probably
just
has to
ask
do with the relation of Delta to IV, but only on Tuesdays.
Well, give her a chance to ask her a question.
what happens to Ivy on Tuesday?
Oh, a real question from Maple. It finally happened. Oh my god.
It's not real.
Oh god damn it. Motherfucker. Yes, AI.
You just need to stream old videos. Don't even program it. Just play the hits. I need to go back and just harvest all of the clips into like a flashback episode because we're in our 5th season. So
You don't want to know how long that flashback episode is going to be, Gherk.
it's gonna be like 40 hours.
It's probably going to be more like 120.
I could just play it all weekend for multiple weekends. And
Just every weekend you have it on repeat.
people
and
could
just collect
relive-
the fucking ad revenue.
Remember like 2021 August OPEX or like we could like relive the start of the Russian-Ukraine war.
Oh, or
Remember
we
how the
could
news was
relive-
like Russia's totally not attacking Ukraine, but they kept like just massing troops on the border.
or the Polish missile, or
Nope,
the
yep.
Yeah,
tips on
remember the
Revlon.
missile
Polish-
that hit a farm and
Polish
like, the
missile?
market
Yeah.
actually went down. Remember when the market went down for stuff like that?
Yeah, it went down like
No,
3% intraday. That was wild.
We could
Now
do
just,
tips
like,
on
been at
the
war
tips
for
indicator
years,
on
no one
Revlon.
cares.
Ivy on Tuesday is not real. Taco Tuesday, of course not.
Yeah, I thought this is a well-known market principle, Mr. Windmill Willie.
Oh, I could do the time that I told everyone to sell their BBBY.
Oh yeah, and then
And
Ryan
then-
Cohen sold like 2 days later.
Not only that, then everyone like tried to make up a conspiracy theory about them staying in business.
Yeah, oh, dude. Oh, the BBBY cult is insane, dude. It's nuts. Like there's still a decent amount of people out there who think that they're going to not only get their shareholdership of BBBY back in some other form, but they are going to turn a very massive profit on it.
Yeah, they're gonna get all their shares back. They're gonna be given bonuses for holding, and they're gonna turn a massive profit, and all with Plute at the helm.
Yeah, dude, it's insane.
Oh, I mean, they did get Plute into office, so. And that
That's
might be the
true.
first time that useless Nepo fuck has ever had a job in his life.
Yeah, he's probably pretty scared.
He just spends his time writing letters to JPOW.
So, baby farms?
Baby farm.
He's only there to fuck up Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac and screw the poorest out of ever buying houses. I mean, he's there to be the scapegoat for if the privatization of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac fails. So, like, if they try to bring Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac to the market but can't find buyers, it's going to be Plute's fault.
Did you say Freddie Mae and Fannie Mac?
I think I said Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
No, you said Freddie Mae.
Did I switch them?
You swapped them around.
I said it
Did
like
the
4
old
times in
swap
a
on
row,
us.
so I'm not sure.
Why are you trying to misinform us on the names of Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, Kirk? What's going on here? Are you a shill?
I don't know.
It's a deep state psyop.
Freddie Mae, Fannie's Mac.
Has anybody asked Sam Altman if he knows he's the fall guy yet?
I don't
You guys
know. I
explain how
thought
options in the
Masayoshi's son was the fall guy.
futures work.
No,
and
Sam Altman's
if
the
they
fall guy.
impact the market at all. There's usually not a lot of them. It's futures options market's fairly illiquid. Like options on futures aren't very popular. They're usually just used as hedging instruments. Like they're more used.
Yeah.
They're used far more appropriately than the speculative fucking shit show on the SPX.
I mean, because they're levered to the futures options are levered to the tits.
No, they're less levered than SPX options.
Are they? No. Whoa. Right.
Yeah.
50, not 100.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, SPX options are the big boys. That's why everyone trades them.
Lambos are food stamps, baby.
I wish NDX had more OI. If they split NDX, people would trade that shit all the time.
Oh yeah.
And what's weird is they have like a 1/4 NDX. I forget what it's called. Like product, but I've never seen more than like one option on the entire chain.
You know that one person is feeling like a millionaire.
I think they also have a like a micro NDX as well, like the XSP, but for Nasdaq.
XDN.
Yeah, it might be it. No one trades that fucking shit either.
I'm just guessing. I'm pretty sure we looked when we were adding NDX, and it was just NDX and NDXP.
I remember the entire Tootsie Roll options chain. That was dork. I think at one point I think at one point I was the entire BNet options chain.
No, you bought 10 calls on Tootsie Roll.
Oh, I
think
remember.
you made up like a third of the entire chain for that expiry.
Are you talking about the day I bought like the out of the money calls that it like caused a short squeeze?
Yeah, and it like ran up like immediately. Yeah,
that was funny.
Yeah, market makers probably like, oh shit.
What was your question? I didn't see it.
Well, no, the question was is just meaningless dribble.
Positive Gex plus high gamma plus steep gamma curve plus low vega equals AI.
I already answered it. I said yes.
Oh.
Yeah, Maple's just trolling.
That's what we're all doing. Well, except JFresh, he's playing a video game. And then Andrache, I think, just doesn't know how to leave the chat.
Okay, if JFresh is playing video games, I'd like to play some video games.
No. You already ate dinner at a weirdly early time.
I had to...
What if we get another question?
What if they could fucking put it on the discussion channel?
Maximus Dilius Meridius comes up here and asks us a question?
Then I will answer it, and only in that case.
We could give him 3 seconds to raise his hand. Oh shit, Willie's home! It's go time. We're gonna do this shit for another hour.
Oh my god. Please release me.
Wait, Torek.
Me.
I think you legit might have to answer this question.
God damn it.
Maximus later
motherfucker
fucking raised his hand. He's listened to 30 roundtables, not a word.
You goddamn son of a bitch.
What's up, man?
Hi, Maximus. Hope you're doing well, and fuck you.
Is that Freg's van? You take as much time as you need to get it up, Maximus.
Oh my god. Yes, take your time.
None of us have anything to do.
And nothing we would rather do.
That's right. Because we love stocks and options.
We do.
Like a dirty stepchild that we care about.
It's the only reason I have an Irish goodbye to your ass, Gherk.
How does Grim2 get these gifts that I don't give him?
Grim2, why do you have that one? I have a much better one for you. Give me a sec. I gotta find it. So many of these things.
Was that him?
Huh?
No, he's still muted.
Huh?
Yeah, you remember when we just had GIFs of us on demand?
I have them all. They just take forever to load. I'm trying to find it.
Those are the good times.
Yeah. I still like the ketchup mustard one. That one's great. I got like this one. Jesus Christ. This is us at the round table. There's so many good ones. And then this one's also a personal favorite of mine. Not us, but
I wonder what Gary Gensler's up to nowadays. Does anyone know?
Probably jerking off to some Pornhub.
That's what he did at the SEC for 4 years.
Here we go. Here we go. There you go, Grim 2. That's the one you need right there. He's not gone. He's just watching pornography.
There's a shirtless one for you, Grim 2.
Okay, are you ever gonna get this fucking mic up? Are you just dragging this on?
I'll get it sorted for next week.
You son of a bitch.
He fucking got you so good. That was funny.
Oh, fuck. Okay. So, it sounds like everybody's got their questions answered.
Yeah, it seems like, although we did just have like a bunch of new people filter in.
Oh my god. All the Europores that are getting on now?
Yeah. Alright, yeah, I'm done. I'm done for tonight. You can go play your video games. You weren't even participating.
I'm already playing my video games. Why do you think I'm not participating?
I know that. Oh, god damn it.
I just got to level 13.
Thanks for coming up, Maximus. Oh shit, he unmuted.
Soul. It's too late. No, it's too late.
It's too late? Alright.
It's too late. No. Next week.
Baby Farms.
Baby Farms.